Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show. I'm here to talk about some wrestling news. Might talk about some other news if I have the time to decide what I'm going to talk about, but it's going to be really about some wrestling news, so let's get right into it. So, next week on SmackDown, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is next week, and some of the participants are announced for it, like Chad Gable, Akira Tozawa, Ricochet, Nakamura, Bronson Reed, Andrade, Omos, the Nigerian Giant, Omos. The two tag team of Pretty Deadly. Some other people will be in it, I think. Beer. I don't understand I guess I understand why they keep doing this on SmackDown, because SmackDown kind of feels like the kickoff, because it's really the night before, so it kind of does feel like the kickoff, and I don't think people want to go there and watch, there's no kickoff matches. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's why it's not a kick. It's what their kickoff show is basically just them talking. So, yeah, some of the participants announced. Hopefully, Chad Gable wins it. So, The Undertaker reflected on his match with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25 on the 6 Feet Under, I think his podcast. You know me, I don't like to put myself over in those kind of answers, but that match was pretty close, too. In spite of Dave Meltzer only giving it 4 stars, I don't remember him taking too many bumps. I don't really have a lot of stock in what he says. I can't believe I just gave him credit. I did say his name, I'm regretting that now. We might have to edit that out. Dave Meltzer's a loser who doesn't deserve to have the type of power that he has when it comes to ranking matches. Because some of the best matches, he probably rates like 4 stars. And I don't know why people give his star ratings any credibility. One of the best WrestleMania matches in history ever. That match and Angle not getting 5 stars sickening, even for Dave Meltzer. So, last night, it was official. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi will face Damage Control at a WrestleMania, a 6-woman tag match. So this is the updated WrestleMania card. Next week, and I can't believe next week's already WrestleMania. This WrestleMania, before WrestleMania season, man, this time's flown by. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed title. Io Sky versus Bayley for the women's title. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the women's world title. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the world title. The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. You have the six-pack challenge tag team title ladder match, which should be a banger. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton for the U.S. title triple threat. AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Obviously that 6-woman tag match. And the Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio, which was announced last night. So, man, this WrestleMania is looking fucking stacked. Just what a damn card. Shaped up nicely. Triple H delivered this card. It's going to be phenomenal. I mean, I wish Chad Gable was on the card, but maybe Chad Gable could cost Sami Zayn. I don't know. Maybe he could come through for Sami and help. I don't know. It's going to suck not having Liv Morgan on the card. I mean, they don't even do they don't do kickoff matches anymore, so. And they'll face for Liv Morgan. But yeah, saw the stuff from last night. So Paul Heyman on SmackDown last night says orders came from Roman Reigns for The Rock. Orders came from Roman Reigns for The Rock to take out Cody Rhodes this week on Raw. Trying so hard to make him the big bro when it's obvious Rock carries. I mean, maybe he is calling plate for the Bloodline, but I don't think so. I think he's just saying that to try and become try and be the final boss instead of The Rock. He's just trying to make himself seem like he isn't the side character with the story being told right now. So announced for WWE Raw this upcoming Monday. So hashtag WWE Raw this upcoming Monday will be commercial free. Free for the first hour. I don't know what they're going to do to start off. But I want something. I don't know if anything. I mean, they do that and nothing big ever happens in the first hour. So I could definitely see them maybe just getting some stuff out of the way and then getting ready for the Roman, Rock, Cody, and Seth segment. Probably will be the main event. So AJ Styles alluded to getting a new entrance theme at WrestleMania on the Up Up Down Down YouTube channel, I think. You'll be surprised come WrestleMania 40. When it comes to my music is pretty freaking awesome, but it doesn't suit the AJ Styles that people are seeing at this moment. So basically, he's saying what we're seeing right now doesn't fit the AJ Styles character, and I think it's gonna be Evil Ways, most likely. Hopefully, Def Rebel's not doing a thing for AJ Styles. Hopefully, it's Evil Ways, because that's a banger theme, and it would fit the character he has right now. But yeah, he alluded to getting a new entrance theme song at WrestleMania. So according to Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns considered himself retired during the COVID era back in 2020. So it looked like Roman Reigns was going to retire in 2020 during the COVID era. And he was retired, I guess, for a few months, and he came back and became the tribal chief. But thank God he didn't retire. Because the Bloodline was the reason why WWE was red hot, and then they got all the other stories going. Which, I mean, I wouldn't been surprised if he retired, but I guess Paul Heyman convinced him to not retire. Becky Lynch talked about her upcoming match at WrestleMania with Rhea Ripley. In an interview, she said if she's a heel, she's the worst booked heel in history. If she's a babyface, she's the best booked babyface in history. They portray her as a heel, but no one even boos her. It feels like she's a babyface. But no matter what she says or does, her looks or body will always get her over with the crowd. Everyone loves a goth girl who calls herself mommy. So Roman Reigns talked about the AEW biography, WWE Legends, featuring him premiere Sunday. I try to forget Philly. I try to forget the 2015 Royal Rumble. But yeah, he's going to remember Philly next week when he loses the title. But it was bad when even the freaking Rock couldn't get him cheered, like. The WWE Speed Tournament premieres Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, 3-minute matches. So the winner gets the WWE Speed Championship, debuts at April 3rd exclusively on Zitter, or Twitter, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They really got a tournament for this shit. I mean, it's an interesting concept that it's being exclusively aired on Twitter. Which is kind of interesting. But this has Ricochet written all over it. So, at NXT, Carmelo Hayes vs. Trick Williams will officially main event NXT Stand and Deliver on Saturday, April 6th. Shawn Michaels confirms to Sports Illustrated. This is cinema. This is massive for both of them. They deserve that spot. I think we're going to get a classic match and a nice farewell for Carmelo Hayes in NXT. But the storyline's been one of the most invested pieces all year long in NXT, so it deserves the main event. Paul Heyman, who's Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns responded, that depends on the perspective. Depends on how you relate to me, how I affect your life. But down to the core of it, I'm just a young man addicted to greatness. I mean, I get what he's saying. But he's done great work in the show. I can't handle that. CM Punk will be on the MMA Hour for a live in-person interview with Ariel Helwani this upcoming Monday, April 1st. No restrictions. That's going to be a hell of an interview. Prayers for the internet to be prayers for the internet says it's going to be broken after that interview. There's been some talk over the last week that WWE's working on having Hulk Hogan involved in some fashion during WrestleMania XL Week. No word yet what the role might be or in what capacity per PW Insider. Yeah, we're good on that. We need Stone Cold John Cena. I'm good. We don't need Hulk Hogan. We don't want Hulk Hogan in my glorious federation. My glorious WWE Federation in 2024. On the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani, Becky Lynch was on, she confirmed that she has 2 months left in her current WWE contract. She's said many times that WWE's her home, and I think that's where she's going to retire. She's going to come back to WWE. She'll sign a new contract. WWE's dropped some new merchandise for some of the top matches at WrestleMania this week. It was like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Rollins, McIntyre, Bayley, Scott, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. The Jimmy and Jay shirts will probably drop too. Becky Lynch talked about the NXT woman in an interview with Sports Illustrated, and she talked about how it's how they've done a great job with multiple stories with women that don't all revolve around the title. That's what the division needs, more stories that don't revolve around the title. I think NXT is the best place for booking the women's division correctly. The last few months have proven that, like, not everybody has to be in the title picture. So, some big news 3 days ago, and I've started to talk about some news over the last few days that I've missed because I've been covering the NCAA tournament, baseball, shit like that. Been more busy with that, but Stone Cold John Cena showed on the truck when Cody was getting destroyed by The Rock, and a lot of people were including me were like, that was done on purpose, because I think Stone Cold and John Cena will both show up, and WWE's made an overture for Stone Cold Steve Austin to be involved over WrestleMania 40 weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, Stone Cold and John Cena, I think, will show up. Man, when that glass shatters during Bloodline Rules on night 2, after they win on night 1 in the tag match, man, everybody's gonna go fucking crazy if that glass shatters and Cody wins the title. That'll be just pure cinema. That'll be cinema, ladies and gentlemen. Cinema. A segment involving CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre from Raw on this last week's Raw, or from a few days ago, had the peak viewership with basically 2,200,000 viewers, and saw 500,000 extra viewers tune in. Like, Punk made both Rollins and Drew interesting. He's a man of his word. CM Punk is Timothy. The Undertaker versus Kevin Owens was heavily discussed on the table for WrestleMania 32. Now imagine KO took the spots that Shane McMahon took during that Hell in a Cell match. Good lord. But yeah, that's really all to say for this wrestling news. I was going to try and talk about some NBA or NFL, but I don't know. I'm already 13 minutes in. I've already talked about all the wrestling I wanted to. So, yeah, it's all to say here. Until next time I'm out. Peace.